You keep saying you'll change. You tell yourself tomorrow will be different, that you'll start when you feel ready. But deep down, you know you've been saying that for years. Words have become your comfort zone, and action your greatest fear. Before we dive in, if you value deep thinking, Stoic philosophy, and practical wisdom for living a stronger, calmer life, hit that subscribe button and join this community. Now let's begin. There's a kind of exhaustion that comes not from work, but from the weight of your own promises. You talk about your goals, your plans, your new life. But every time you speak about them without acting, you drain a little more of your spirit. Seneca once wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. We waste it in the noise of our own declarations. We speak of change instead of living it." The truth is simple. Change doesn't respond to talk. It responds to movement. You can't speak your way into discipline. You have to live your way into it. Imagine this. Every morning, you face the same reflection, the same eyes that have heard every promise, every "I'll start tomorrow." And yet nothing changes. That reflection doesn't lie. It remembers the words. It remembers the failures. It knows the difference between wanting and becoming. Stoicism teaches us that words are wind, but deeds are stone. Anyone can speak of virtue, but only the disciplined live it. The mirror doesn't care what you say. It cares what you do when no one's watching. The strongest apology to yourself is transformation. The loudest proof of growth is consistency. Look at the truly powerful people you admire. They don't announce their next move. They don't need to convince the world they're changing. They move quietly, and when they act, the world notices. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." That is the essence of Stoic strength, silent, steady embodiment. While others are busy talking, the Stoic is building. While others seek validation, the Stoic seeks mastery. While others perform for applause, the Stoic performs for growth. That's the difference between words and will. One fades, the other endures. Change doesn't begin with a speech. It begins with a single step, repeated until it becomes who you are. You want to change your life? Then make your actions heavier than your excuses. No one becomes disciplined overnight, but every small act of consistency becomes a brick in the foundation of strength. The Stoics understood this deeply. Character is built through repetition. A person who acts in silence develops momentum, and momentum doesn't need motivation. It feeds itself. You don't need to say you're becoming stronger. You prove it by showing up when it's hardest to move. You don't need to declare your goals. You show them through the rhythm of your actions. If you're still watching this, it means something inside you knows you've talked enough. You've promised yourself enough times. Now it's time to prove it. Every moment you delay is a moment you teach yourself weakness. But every small action, no matter how quiet, is a vote for the person you're becoming. Don't chase perfection. Chase progress, because in the end, your actions are the only language that never lies. Think about Marcus Aurelius. He ruled an empire, fought wars, endured loss. Yet in his private journal, the Meditations, he didn't boast or proclaim greatness. He wrote reminders to himself, to be humble, to endure, and to act with virtue. He didn't write for others. He wrote to discipline his own soul. That's what real strength looks like. Not performance, but inner alignment. So when you say you want to change, don't speak it. Write it in your actions. Carve it into your habits. Let every decision be a quiet declaration of who you're becoming. The modern world rewards noise. Everyone wants to be seen, heard, praised. But Stoicism reminds us, the loudest person in the room often has the weakest control of themselves. Power doesn't shout. It moves quietly. It doesn't announce, it acts. You don't have to prove your strength by saying it. You prove it when you wake up early, when you stay consistent, when you keep your word. You prove it when you choose discipline over comfort, again and again. Change doesn't happen because people believe in you. It happens because you stopped waiting for them to. You want to be respected, then stop asking for it. Become someone who commands it through action. If you want peace, then stop talking about leaving chaos. Walk away from it. You want strength, then stop saying one day. Make today the day you begin to move. The Stoic doesn't need to speak his dreams. He builds them in silence. He fails, learns, adjusts, and keeps going. And one day, when people finally notice, he doesn't need to say a word. Because his actions have already spoken. You owe yourself proof. You owe yourself evidence that your words mean something. Stop talking about healing. Start doing the work. Stop talking about growth. Start living the lessons. Stop talking about purpose. Start walking in it. No one will remember what you said. They'll remember what you did. They'll remember how you carried yourself when things got hard. They'll remember your silence and the strength that lived inside it. That is the Stoic way. To live in alignment. To act, not speak. To move, not announce. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more thought-provoking content like this. Together, we'll keep exploring the timeless lessons that make us stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Don't say you're changing, become the proof. Your actions are your philosophy. Live them. Thank you for watching. And remember, sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. See you in the next video.